Okie doke, here we are. It's funny because once it pops up that we're live, it's like 47 seconds. And to me, it like only just went live. So it's like, how long has it been live?
Yeah, we've just been sitting here like
Oh, well, good evening, everyone. It is June 4th, which is the first Tuesday of the month. Where we typically, I know we've missed a few here, but we typically do our new products on the first Tuesday of every month, followed by our reading sprints. So we are back on track and we'll be doing that tonight. So tonight, the first things first, we'll be doing our new products. But as always, before we get into that, we do just a few reminders for book club in case you're interested in that. As it is June, we are reading for Pride Month. And we have the book, which is a first in a series called Meeting Millie by Claire Ashton. Laura, did you want to kind of just give a brief, if you remember exactly what the book is about? I'm going to pull up the Goodreads for us.
Yeah.
We don't have to read that or anything, but just so people see what it looks like.
So I think, don't quote me, I think that it's two friends that meet in college at Oxford in the UK. And one of them is queer or gay, and the other one is straight. And something happens after a certain amount of time. Something happens. They don't talk for about 10 years. And then the one who left town comes back to town and runs into their old friend again. And they try to make amends and see what happens. But I think that they fall for each other. That's 10 years later. So I think that's roughly ish what that's about.
Yeah, and I have up here on screen, so that's what the front of the book looks like. And like we said, it is the beginning of a series, and that series is called the Oxford Romance, and so this is number 1. And so far on Goodreads, the ratings, just under 600 ratings. It's still in the 4-star range, so potentially one of our better reads this year.
Yeah. Done a lot of up and down.
It has. And then for those of you who are with us on a regular basis, you know that we typically will do polls for our books. And we would have announced those books for July this evening. However, if you've followed us in the past, you know that for our birthday months, we picked the books ourselves. So July is my birthday month. So I have picked out our book for July, and I'm just going to share my screen again and show you, and that is Louise Erdrich's The Round House. And I'll just briefly read what that one's about. It is one of the most revered novelists of our time, a brilliant chronicler of Native American life. Louise Erdrich returns in a territory of her best-selling Pulitzer Prize finalist, The Plague of Doves, with The Round House, transporting readers to the Ojibwe Reservation in North Dakota. It is an exquisitely told story of a boy on the cusp of manhood who seeks justice and understanding in the wake of a terrible crime that upends and forever transforms his family. Riveting and suspenseful, arguably the most accessible novel to date from the creator of Love Medicine, The Beat Queen, and Bingo Palace, Erdrich's The Round House is a page-turning masterpiece of literary fiction, at once a powerful coming-of-age story, a mystery, and a tender, moving novel of family history and culture. And I can say from experience, excellent writer. I have read Love Medicine of the ones that were mentioned. I have not heard nor read the other ones that were mentioned, but I've loved everything. This is one of my auto-buy authors, so I'm really excited to read this one, and I hope it's really good. I hope everyone loves it, but that's what we'll be reading for July. So let's say hello to a few of our friends here. We have Andy in the house as well as Kim. Kim, how did your move go?
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well. I know moving is exhausting. So I hope you're taking care. I know that can really take so much out of you. So I hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right on into our new products. We have a couple of different things to show you this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and show you all of the fun stuff we have. Just a few things and some books tonight. But what we have, I just want to make sure that I'm actually sharing, because sometimes I'll just start talking and then there's nothing there. Okay, perfect. So I apologize. The photos are a little bit dark. They'll be better lit when I put them on our Etsy shop, and that will be sometime tomorrow. So we always drop our stuff the day after our live stream. But we do have one set of bookmarks that are our traditional bookmarks. So these can be with no tassel, as seen here, or you can do additionally a tassel on there. But these are just like a summer collection, something fun for the season, and bright colors. Like I said, the lighting here does not do them justice at all. But let me just, I'm not even clicking on the right thing here. Let me see, where am I? Here it is. As far as the individual. So in the beginning, we have kind of like these sunbathers. So there's men and women and bikinis and their trunks. And then there's like some of those umbrellas. So that's what you see is that circular. Those are like umbrellas. So we're kind of getting an aerial view here with some shadowing, but they're all on their beach blankets. I don't know if you ever heard of that Beach Blanket Bingo movie. I can't remember if I've seen it, but I remember seeing like the trailer for it, I think in a different movie or something. But I always think of that when I see people like laying out on their like beach towels. Beach blanket bingo. Anywho, the backside of that bookmark is very retro. So you have all these different lines and almost kind of looks like different pool.
They are
Yeah. So they're pools. So they have little diving boards on there.
Can you flip to the next picture? All we see is the main picture.
Oh, is it not sharing anymore?
It's just you just see the main picture of the 5.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let me.
Sorry, I want to tell you before you got too far.
No, thank you. Sometimes it doesn't. Let me try that again. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So you have all of the people on their beach towels sunbathing, and then to the right there you have all of like the retro looking pools and whatnot. So those are your different shapes of pools. I always think about like the lima bean shaped pool that people had. Next to that we have our little windmills, or what are those called?
Pinwheels.
Not windmills, pinwheels. And the backside of that is a very vibrant orange with a lighter orange polka dot on there. And then next we have some dancing people. So they're in like their swimsuits. Some are rollerblading, but it has musical notes. And so there's men and women kind of just all hanging out, having fun. And then on the backside of that, you have different words on there. You can see that some of them, there's sun, beach, dance, different things on there. And then the next one, the front side, again, has some words. So we have like explore and fun and love and best. And I think there was some verbiage on there as well, but like this
road
way.
Trip
that
on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on your cut lines, you're going to see different lettering. And then the back side of that are these like sunbursts on like a golden rodish yellow. And the sunbursts are different colors. Some are really light pink, and then some are like a light, like a cream white. So that's that one. And then we have some airplanes, and those are pink. So they have like pink on the underside of the airplane, and then the back, the coloring on the background is is pink. And then that has those lines on there, those diagonal lines. And that's like pink and white on like a very subtle coral. And then the last one there, the front side is the really dark magenta with the not polka dots, but like speckles, kind of like a robin's egg. But, yeah. And then on the back side of that are these like big leaves. So like, but they're all different colors. So you have like dark green and magenta and lime green. And then the very background of that is, again, more of like a speckling on white. So those are the our traditional bookmarks. And again, those are double-sided, as you can see. And then you can do untasseled, which you see here, or you can get tasseled, and we just put that with a corresponding colored tassel. Oop, whoa, that was fast. How do I go back? There we go. I don't know what happened. Okay, so if you recall, we have our Color Me bookmarks, and this one is, I was in the shower and one day and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect, because this is what I do. So when I'm reading sometimes, and maybe you do this during productivity sprints, but you're like, okay, I'm going to read one more chapter and then I'm going to go and do the dishes. Or I'm going to read one more chapter and then I'm going to pick up the kids' toys. So I thought it would be fun to have a bookmark that you could write, okay, so after this chapter, so we'll do after this chapter is what it says on the top there. And you can put down like, okay, and then you can use it and you put it where the next chapter would be, so that when you get to that page, you can literally look right at your bookmark that is your to-do list that says, okay, so I finished a chapter, now I have to go and do this. So I really thought that was a great idea. I would definitely use it. So I thought maybe you would too. So these are Color Me bookmarks. You're going to get 3 in that set, and then they'll come with 3 colored pencils. So yeah. And then along with that, I have, we have a set of TBR Color Me bookmarks. And these are just 3 different kind of TBR. So each kind of has a different way with the text on the top. But you can put your TBR books. And I know some of us are going to be like, oh my gosh, who reads 7 books in 1 month? And some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need like 10 of these because I read 30 books in 1 month. But realistically, I mean, you write what you want to write. But I thought that would be cute. And yeah, so my favorite, though, I have it here. Look at that little bookworm. I think he's so cute. I love it. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. So anywho. And then graduation is here. Some of you may know one or a couple of graduates this season. My stepdaughter is actually next year, so it's crazy how fast that happens. But this is a Color Me bookmark. I think about grads and what they really want, and maybe it's not a bookmark, but really great idea would be, you get them something like this, and then you just kind of put a gift card in with the bag, or maybe if you're giving cash or something like that, so that it's not just a card. I'm always like, I don't like to just give a card. Like, I want to give some kind of gift too. So this is a nice little idea. You can see something, especially if it's a bookish book nerd that you are gifting. It's a great little gift to give them, and they can use it as they so please. And then with graduation, we also know that Dr. Seuss is very famously known for our Oh, the Places You'll Go book, which a lot of grads get during this season. So we have a photo frame available that if you have a grad that you'd like to showcase, you have this great handcrafted photo frame. Now this has a peg for its stand, so you'll get that as well. And like I said, this is handcrafted, so we only have one at this time. Should I have more, because obviously when we make handcrafted things, it's the supply of what we find. So should I come across any more of these books, then that would be restocked, should it need to be. But this, again, one of a kind piece. So if you're interested, I would recommend getting that right away. I know there are a few people in my hometown that anytime I put frames up, they pretty much call me like as soon as I post it on social media, and I have to take it down like almost immediately because they usually purchase it. So if you are interested, make sure that you are checking that out right away. With that, we also have the actual book. So this is the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss, but we have upcycled it into a journal. So this will include the book in its entirety. However, on every page, you'll have lined paper. So you'll have notebook paper. So you can see here in this photo, as you open the book, in each space, like every other page, you'll have two line pages. So I believe there's a total of 42 line pages in the book itself, but the whole book is still in there, so you won't be missing any pages. So whoever you gift it to, or if you keep it yourself, will still have the book in its entirety for their reading pleasure. I think it's a great idea for grads that, especially if they're a journaling grad. It kind of like keeps, like, if they want to make a journal of, their first year somewhere, or, their first summer, or maybe they're taking a gap year or whatever. It's nice to kind of, journal those kind of things. So this is kind of a nice, unique way to do that. So those are the two items we have. And so you can see that is the frame kind of upright there. Then, like I said, we do have some books. So we have this set, and I apologize, I don't know if these are in order or which ones they are exactly in the series, but I'll definitely post it correctly. But we have these three, so those will be sold as a set. They are they're what am I trying to say here? They are, oh my gosh, I completely lost all train of thought. I can't even. Nothing's coming. Like, no words. No words are coming. What's that?
The Y series that happened on Netflix about a girl who writes letters to her crush.
Yeah. Yes.
And they get out somehow.
Oh my gosh. Used. These are like used books. Why can't I talk? Oh my gosh. So they're not brand new. They are like second. What is the word? I'm lost. Okay. Anywho. But as you can see, they have never been cracked open. So they're basically brand new. And those will be sold as a set on the site tomorrow. And then lastly, we do have I believe this is a nonfiction. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said I believe. It's a nonfiction. And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't this going around pretty heavily on BookTube a couple years ago?
Yeah, probably like 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah, whenever it was first out.
Oh, I feel like maybe someone did like a read along or something with it, because I kept seeing it. And I was like, that's not a new book, but I don't know. Maybe a particular YouTuber was just talking about it a lot, and maybe they did it on a couple of videos or something. But this we have, it is a hardcover book, so that'll also be available in our gently used section. There it is, gently used section of our site. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, don't ever let that happen to you. It's terrible. It's the worst feeling in the world. Anywho, Kim mentions surrounded by boxes, but thought could use a break. Yes, you should. Thank you for taking a break with us. We are happy to have you here. They are. I like the green in the background. I like the green. I think because my daughter, I feel like her favorite color is lime green, that I'm starting to like it a lot more too, because she likes it. So I feel like it's like somehow osmosisly coming on to me. Like I like that color or something. But yeah, I like the pinwheels as well. Okay, so those are our new products. They'll drop tomorrow in our Etsy shop. I can't promise a time frame on that, but usually in the morning sometime. It just depends. I do have a doctor's appointment for my daughter tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get it done before we go to that. You never know how the day is going to look. So, but it'll be tomorrow. And then, like we said, this month for book club, we have Meeting Millie. And then for July, we have The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich. And I believe we'll give the August books in next month's new product release. So in July, you'll see us for August reads. So if you're wanting to mark your calendars, that would be the first Tuesday in July is the 2nd. So on July 2nd, you'll see us for new products. And that's actually our anniversary month. So don't miss out on that, because there'll be a lot of announcements that you won't want to miss. So July 2nd will be a big one. Yeah. Anything else for all of us here, Laura? Anything that I may have forgotten, or just simply cannot speak at all?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, we are going to be jumping into reading sprints right after this. So if you're interested in reading with us, and you can read whatever you like. Usually we start our book club read. I don't have the book yet, so I'll actually be reading something different. So you can read whatever you like, or even if you don't want to read, you can do whatever suits your fancy. But we'll be starting our reading sprints here on this channel at 8:30. So please feel free to join us. And if not, we'll see you next time. So have a good night, everyone, and or see you later.